Next step, let's start with the stair, but before that, we probably want to work a little bit over the what it's called the front glass inside of the gym. So let's try to do that a bit fast. Now I'm going to go to the 3D, turn on the section box, so I can cut a little bit through the gym in order to see that glass. So here's the thing, we did this one a bit fast last time, but you can select it entirely, and we call it storefront gym. You can select, as I said I think in the past, like you can select the mullions, like selecting, you can tap to select the grid line, you can tap to select the panel. So basically you have different ingredients within this curtain wall or glass front element. So if I select the panel, actually in this case, we can select different panels for it. We can insert a new door into that. If we select the mullions, we can also edit the type the mullion and change the mullion specifically. All of the changes need to be, though, first uncheck their link issue. Okay, so for example, if I tap to select the grid line, which is dash line, I can select here and uncheck to be able to move the grid line further up or down. So I can go to the section. Let me go to the top plan, section, select the grid, and actually move the grid so it's aligned perfectly with the slab, for example. Okay, the same goes to this other top level. I can select the grid, unlink it, select the grid, and say, well, I move it up or down in relation to what I want a door for. Okay, the same goes to this grid. I can unlink it and move it to the left. And I'm going to place a door here, and I'm going to place another door here. So I'm going to unlink, select the grid, move it down. I'm going to go to the 3D. How do we place a door? I want to place a door in this panel. Well, first of all, we need to load a door. So I'm going to say door, load family, go to doors. There's three types of doors. There's a curtain wall that allows to change the panel for a door. Okay, we're going to say double glass, say open. And now I need to escape that, select the panel, unlink it, and change it so it is the curtain wall, embedded inside automatically. Okay, make sure this height is properly. I think it's actually not. If you change the grid, the door follows. It's somehow quite smarty, as in it's always related to the panel size. Okay, you can do that with any panel you want. Again, I'm tabbing, select the panel, you unlink it, and you change it for a door. Okay, I could have loaded like a more of an interior door, one single frame, and place it in one of these elements, and you can do the same here. Again, select the grid, unlink it, move it to the side. You can do it from the section, so it's more accurate, of course, or change the number here to 8 feet. Okay, and now again is tabbing until you get the panel, unlink it, and change it for your door. Select it, unlink it, change it to your door. We'll see in the atrium wall there's going to be even more straightforward. By the way, if we go to the plans now, first floor, those are represented by door types, and they're good to go. Good. The stair. Create a gym stair, 4 feet radius, 5 feet width, 2 feet off from grid line. We'll do that. Second end, center end, spiral. Okay, so it's a little bit of many ingredients to do this stair, but I think it's quite straightforward. Let's go for it. First, I'm going to get rid of that underlay that is bothering my eye. I'm going to create a couple lines, so LI as in drafting lines, and I think it's a stair that goes, let me see, it's from this grid line 2 feet up. Okay, so it's from this grid line 2 feet up. So the center of the stair is going to be here. Okay, I can delete this one. Stair, center and spiral. That's going to be the center. Width, before we do anything, it's going to be 5 feet width. 5 feet. And we're going to draw that. And the other detail was, I think, 5 feet here as in dimension. There we go. You can for now place it as whenever you see that 5, and by the way, if you scroll in, you have 5 there. You can just click it, and this allows you to put how many stairs you want. You want to go all the way to the end. And before you say OK, I like to do a couple of lines going to the ending point there, skipping once, twice, selecting this element, rotate so the center of that line I created is aligned to the grid. Okay, now you can say OK. Okay. Again, as I say, I was talking to somebody else before. You can select the stair and edit the stair and keep on changing elements. You know, the distribution, the width. You want to make it bigger, etc. I think for now, you know, it's a good stair. So let's go ahead with this. Okay, we need to create a wall around it. So as you know, you can create just walls. I'm going to select the type of wall we're searching for, which is going to be generic 8 masonry. Now instead of starting drawing circles, so I'm just going to pick the circle. Now before placing that, as you can see, comes in, I'm going to Ctrl-C that and make sure that this is set to war finished face interior, if I remember well, and it comes towards the outside. You can skip that. You can even continue that. And we need 2 walls here associated to this other one. So you can just create wall, make an offset, for example, of 4 feet. You do it from this grid. You see how you're drawing 4 feet to this side? And I can do a mirror, put into this axis that comes to the other side, and I can do a trim between these elements. You can also extend manually these walls. Just go all the way to the end, And just before I do anything, let me select these walls and make sure that they go from actually the basement, the base constraint. I want it to be the basement floor. And the top constraint should be bottom, actually the gym roof. We can also attach top bottom, but let's say for now actually third floor. Okay. Another thing is that we check here, this has an opening. So the same as shafts allowed to open floors, we have here under architecture, we have what is called wall opening. So you can click that, select the wall, and say, I want an opening from here to there. And it creates an opening. An opening, if I go to the 3D or in the 2D, I can select it as if it was a void. You don't see it unless you tap on top of it. And you can set the top and the base. We'll see that in a second. Okay. Let's see how this looks from the camera view that we just created. And this is the monster that I've created. It goes down to the bottom floor. So obviously, let me zoom in a little bit. And orbitate. Okay, let's pan. Starts looking funny, no? If I check on the section though. Let's imagine that this section we wanted to move it and study that stair, and then double click there. I can see that we have a couple problems. For example, first of all, I need this stair coming down, but I have a slab here, we have a column. There's a little bit of cleaning up process from the plan view. So what I will do is, for example, go to the plans, first floor composite, selecting the stair. I will copy and paste to selected levels and take it to the basement. So there I have another one. If I go to the section now, there we go. Let's go to the basement floor. We have a column here, not cool. We have a wall passing by, so what I'm going to do is actually split the wall at this point. Let me save the project for a second. I'm going to split this basement wall here. Takes 2.5 seconds, or 3 or 4. And here, I'm going to escape, select that wall, delete. We don't need this column now. Things start getting clean. We obviously come down here, so we need to also split or do an opening. Either way is fine. Splits are a little more aggressive because they cut entirely the whole wall, and as you can see, even separates this other element. You can escape that and select this wall. Just delete. So that's an opening. It comes through it. Select this one, extended as well. Okay. So that's good. But still we have the floor there. So if we want to cut through the floor, we need to do a shaft. So I'm going to go a first floor composite. And we need actually a shaft and a variation of the floor. So actually I'm going to go to the second floor. And our floor, this is the railing, this is the top railing, this is the hand railing. Let me see. Okay, wait a minute. This is the floor. We need to come in here. So for that we edit the boundary. And we need to create this change here. So you can start picking lines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and start trimming around. Trim. Split here. TR trimming. You need to actually split this one too here, so you can do a TR, and then I'm gonna pick the interior one. I'm gonna extend it and trim or split, sorry, here, so I can trim, delete this one, trim. So this is actually the floor. Say OK, say no. Here actually it's funny, we lost, I don't know, the second floor. It's okay, we didn't do the opening here yet. So here we need to do another opening. So wall opening, select the wall, say from here to here. There you go. We can align things around. Let's try this. See how this starts looking from this section. We have an opening, another opening that opens to the stair that comes along. So probably we'll need to solve this little problem now in a second. It starts to have all the requirements. In the second floor, we're going to have actually a couple of doors coming out. So doors, double flush. We're going to evacuate from this line here, a line there. So there could be a two series of doors here, so the noise of the gymnasium doesn't come into the atrium, and you can mirror from the center axis, so they come again here. So again, you come in and you come out, always almost like a gesture of recon. If you guys know the stair of recon, you come in from the mezzanine, you take the stair, you come out to the mezzanine even though you were entering the space, and then you enter actually the mezzanine in the gym through these doors. Okay, I'm going to stop there.